Have you guys been playing Schedule 1?
Oh, yeah, I've been playing the shit out of Schedule 1.
How is that? Because I saw that
I
pop up on Steam, and I was like, this looks kind of fun.
I have not been playing the full game. They have like a free demo thing that has like just the weed part and just a corner of the town.
Okay.
And I have become a cannabis overlord in just the free demo. I've mastered the art of growing OG Kush, and then what I learned is that if you throw OG Kush into a stand mixer with Coca-Cola and donuts, you could make new strains with it. That's how it works, right? Anyway, So you do Coca-Cola, donuts, and then banana, and then chili pepper, and then chili pepper again, and then some pharmaceutical drug I can't pronounce very well, paracetamol or some shit. And then horse semen, and then what I get out of that is a strain called Tokyo Ass, and it sells for like $150 per bud.
I love the name, love the ingredients, all of that. Fantastic.
The names like are usually after like the original strain, like it's just kind of randomly generated, or you can name it yourself. But I let Tokyo Piss do its own thing.
I thought it was Tokyo Ass.
Yes, sorry, it was Tokyo Ass, but what I had before that was Dark Piss.
Oh,
and
I can see the confusion.
I was strutting Dark Piss around until I improved the chemical compound with the horse semen. I didn't have it unlocked yet, and that made it into Tokyo Ass.
Okay,
but also the weed strains have like weird effects. Like it says like long face, and I'm like I don't because the horse semen gives it the effect of long face because like a horse, and I'm like I don't know what that means. Yeah. But when you smoke, you get effects, and like the people will get like their faces will like just grow long, or like their hair will catch on fire, or if you give one that has like the gingeritis effect, they become gingers. It's a wild game. I legitimately almost want to pay for it to play like the full one because like this is just weed, but the full version has like cocaine and meth. And
oh my god!
But it is a lot of
this.
I'm having a lot of fun with it. I'll say that.
I love that so much. Could you imagine if drugs were really like that? Like, I took an edible and now everybody has octopus legs.
I mean, you can take an edible and everybody has octopus legs. That's a real thing.
Yeah, but not like with weed. I'm not gonna like smoke and suddenly you have octopus legs.
I do want to specify that it's not you smoke and then everybody else has fiery hair or long faces. It's the person who smokes, their face grows long and their hair catches on fire.
Oh, I see.
So
well,
like
still.
Yeah, at first I made this strain and I had it going around town, and then I'd be walking around town buying more ingredients and I'd see people that are on fire and I'm like, "What the fuck?" It's just cuz they've been smoking my weed.
You shit. That's
and this is just the free version.
Really
the free
funny
version
way to show that.
The free version is a lot of fun.
It has the spicy effect.
Yeah, it's the chili pepper. That's why I do the chili pea twice.
I love this. Okay, I'm hyped. I'm glad that I clocked it as definitely a good game.
Genuinely try the free demo. It's pretty. There's a lot. I was like, any moment now it's gonna end, but it just didn't. I mean, I'm at the point now where like I can't do anything else until I, am able to like
get more.
I everybody in my little area is a customer or a dealer, except the cops.
Got it. So you just need a bigger demographic.
Yeah. Have you watched? Because we're talking about recent media shit. Have you watched The Residents yet?
No, what's that?
It's funny because my mom just texted me this morning. Like, she's like, "Have you watched The Residents?" And I'm like, "I have it in my notes to talk to Rachel about it." The Residents is like a new murder mystery show. That's really good and really funny, and I like it a lot. But also the show Adolescence, if you haven't seen that, is incredible.
Residents and Adolescence. What's Adolescence about?
Adolescence is about the aftermath of it's not really a murder mystery because like you kind of find out who the murderer is immediately, but it's a child, like a 12-year-old boy who's like arrested immediately by the police. It's a British show, but there's only 4 episodes, and it kind of takes place from the perspective of all the people around him, like the perspective of his father and his mother and like what's happening with them after this whole thing goes down. But the thing that gets me is that the entire thing, each episode is done in one take, and that shit is like catnip to me.
Wait. Done in one take, as in they don't stop filming the entire time?
Correct. There's no cuts.
Oh, fuck. That's incredible.
It's very incredible. And I don't know, I haven't watched the making of, but I don't know if they do it like, because there's points where it goes into the air. So it's like, oh, so it's a drone, but then it's clearly being held. Like there's no way that there's just a drone just stationary in front of them the whole time.
That's fucking cool, though.
But they're hour-long episodes, and yes, thank you, fact checker. One takes are like my favorite thing.
They're just impressive as fuck.
Very, very.
They're really fucking cool, especially when you do them right, and it doesn't like.
This doesn't
at all detract from what you're watching. That shit's incredible.
This does them very, very right, and like it. I can notice the small details where I'm like, okay, this part's a little messy, but it's almost unnoticeable. I just overanalyze shit. But the show is really good because it's about a boy, a child. I don't want to spoil too much of it, but like basically in the first 5 minutes, this boy is arrested for murdering this girl classmate, and like it goes into the dynamics of the schools and like how social economics of the kids are, and it's very like shining a light on the whole red pill ideology. It's really good. I enjoyed it. Like the third episode is just an episode of a female child psychologist or something talking to the kid in just a room.
Ooh. And
it's an hour long of just being in that room, and it is one of the most impressive episodes of TV I've seen in years. I really enjoyed it. It's sorry.
What's it on?
Netflix. Both of these are Netflix exclusive.
Sick. Okay, fuck yeah. Dude, I love when Netflix, they have the capability of, I feel like when they first started making their own shows, it was extremely hit or miss. But man, when they hit, fuck, are they good.
I think it's better off if they do it like limited stuff. Like we're only doing a season of this, so they don't have to like worry about, because there's so many things where like, there's so many things they did where they were planning on more, and then it just kind of cuts and they're like, this is canceled now.
Yep. Yeah. Stupid. Well, and they have such strong conceptual and like world building sometimes that it's like, just leave it at this small thing where you don't have to drag it out and stretch it.
Like
it's okay.
Like I love Jupiter Legacy. Was one of my favorite shows. It's just another superhero show, but I was having a lot of fun with it. Cowboy Bebop's another one. Honestly, if it wasn't called Cowboy Bebop, I think it would have been the most successful show of our time. It's campy, it's sci-fi, but people were just analyzing it and being like, this isn't the Cowboy Bebop anime. And you're kind of right,
like,
but
no, it is not.
You're kind of right. Like I'm for sure. Like you gotta be respectful to the source material, but
it's not necessarily.
You don't have to have it a carbon copy one for one. That becomes kind of boring. You know what it is. And yes, fact checker, you're right. The anime is campy as hell. I think people hold Cowboy Bebop up too high as like, it's this epic thing. And it kind of is. There's a whole fucking episode about tripping on mushrooms. Like the Netflix show, I feel like was really faithful in a way, and people didn't accept that. It was not the image they had in their own head. This isn't an issue of, Avatar: The Last Airbender is drastically different. No, it was actually a lot closer than that. Okay. Whereas like the Cowboy Bebop anime and show are a pretty big Venn diagram where like the Avatar: Last Airbender, the circles weren't even touching.
They were just looking at each other from across the room.
Yes, fact checker. There's also an episode about sentient old food from a fridge. That one's called Toys in the Attic. It's a great one.
Love that. Have you ever watched the Dinosaurs movie that was people in like the big rubbery fucking dinosaur suits?
The TV show, not the movie?
Sentient old food. No, yes, the TV show, but they made a movie at one point, and it was about the cabbage in their fridge becoming sentient.
You're probably lying.
No, it's a thing, and it's fucking great. And he's called Cabby, and he's just this old head of cabbage in their fridge that becomes sentient and then leads an army of old food to try to kidnap the tiny dinosaur baby.
The fuck are you talking about?
You know the show that I'm talking about, though.
I know the
Dinosaurs.
Dinosaurs, the show.
Not like the animated film.
Was there a
Disney.
movie of it?
Yeah, they made a movie at one point. Yeah, no, 100% it was a TV movie. It wasn't, I'm sure it never touched a theater in its life.
Nor would it.
I couldn't even get in the lobby.
I honestly love that movie. I love that show. Was it Jim Henson? Because I remember the effects were like really good.
Yeah, well,
Especially
I don't know if
time.
it was Jim Henson, but I mean, the costume design for that was actually quite, like, pretty damn fucking cool, too.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, there's definitely a TV movie where the cabbage fucking steals the baby.
Yeah.
While the parents are like on a date or something and the teenagers are trying to watch the baby.
I will take your word for it. But I do recommend the game Schedule 1 and the shows Adolescence and The Residence. The Residence is about a murder in the White House, not the president. And it's basically turns into this big like wacky hijinks, but it's like very murder mystery faithful, while also just being kind of goofy and campy as shit. Like the lead investigator, I love her. She's the actress that played the Crazy Eyes from Orange is the New Black.
Oh my God, she's so good.
She's a phenomenal actress.
She's
because like
incredible actress.
In this show, she's literally Sherlock Holmes, but a bird watcher, and she's like very calm and very like distinct and distinguished and like is able to like analyze patterns and stuff. And I'm like, I'd watched you piss on a floor. But yes. Goddamn, she's gonna win an award or something for this. It's so good.
She should. She's so fucking talented. It's stupid.
Thank you, fact checker. It is Jim Henson.
I'm glad we confirmed this.
All right, ready to start this episode? We're like 15 minutes
Wait,
in.
Hold on. I have one more show question. I don't know if I brought this up yet, but did you ever watch Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself?
I watched like the first half of it, but like I've tried to start it several times and I like it. I don't know, my attention trails off. It's not that it's bad. I really enjoyed it.
No, that's fair. I feel like
it's a fantastic concept. I just like
it's an incredible concept, and for me, the part that kept me really engaged with that show was the filming initially. Because the juxtaposition of filming like a sitcom where everything's bright and the camera's sort of at a fixed angle, and the writing being, like a campy sitcom style, and then the immediate switch into super dramatic tone shift in, the fact checker said the laugh track, the way they use the laugh track, especially as they flip-flop back and forth, and sometimes you hear it like in really ominous ways. Just super fucking cool conceptually. I do agree with you. There was a point, I think after the first season, because I think there was 2, and that's again maybe a show that they should have left it at 1, where I started getting bored of it because they also stopped flip-flopping styles as much.
Meh.
And it just sort of became a drama television series, which was fine. Like the story was interesting.
Yeah.
It lost the initial allure and point that it was made.
I made it to the part where she discovers that her neighbor is like dealing drugs. That's as far as I got.
Yeah.
It's like 4
I feel like that's not that
far.
far.
It's definitely not, but
it's not.
I definitely
it's like scratching the surface.
Yeah, it's definitely like I'm usually in the mood for one or the other, and like when I'm watching that, like my attention is it's not able to like cement down.
Mm-hmm. Did you ever watch Weeds?
No, I didn't.
Oh, damn! I was gonna say
where
I
live,
like
it seemed like a hat on a hat.
Yeah, that's fair. I was gonna say this show for me, Kevin Can Go Fuck Himself, sort of trailed off the same way that Weeds did, but much faster. Where it's like just became kind of ridiculous with a lot of the goings on. It's the same thing that Grey's Anatomy does, where it went way too hardcore into crazy fucked up shit happening. So it's like it got old really fast.
Yeah, I mean, after they disarmed a bomb in a person, or failed to disarm it, I stopped because I didn't care.
Yeah, it's just
like, where do you go from there? There's a bomb inside of a person, and you got to operate on it, and then it explodes and people die. Like, where do you go?
Yeah.
That's it.
Then they put everybody on a plane because it's a hospital plane, and then they crash the plane, and most people die. And it's like, okay, where do you go from here? And then suddenly we're trying to top that with the next Titanic.
Is that real?
Like, it's just fucking stupid. Yeah, pretty fucking close. I'm exaggerating, but there is a plane crash.
It's lost now. Fact checker says, I feel like we saw
Yes.
the pilot years ago, like on an SNL skit. That's for the Kevin show. And honestly,
that's entirely plausible.
You might be thinking of that Totino's Pizza Rolls commercial, the one with Kristen Stewart, where like they're serving pizza rolls during the big game, and then they're like having like this weird sapphic affair in the background.
What the fuck?
Do you not know that one? It's like a Totino's Pizza Roll commercials, and she's like, I need to feed my hungry guys. And then she like meets Kristen Stewart. She's like a girlfriend of one of them. And then they're like, making out, and they're naked, and they're like the pizza rolls are like falling on them. You look it up. It's bonkers, but a good bonkers.
I don't know anything.
I just sound like a meth head to you.
Yeah, that sounds wild.
All right, we're 20 minutes in, Rachel. Can we start this episode now, please? Do I have your permission, please?
Yes, sir.
Fuck's sake.
You have my permission.
Welcome to We Have That Podcast at Home, the only podcast making plans for Nigel tonight. I'm your host, On-Brand Gamage.
I'm your other host, On-Brand Rachel.
Well, that's not
Each week
accurate.
we play Russian roulette with our... That's what you sounded like. Each week we play Russian roulette with our success and spin a wheel to find out the genre of the next week's podcast. Last week our spin landed on... I literally don't remember. Comedy?
Yes, comedy. Yes, comedy.
Yes.
Also...
Okay. Yeah, comedy.
Yeah, also... quick announcement. We were going to do Am I the Assholes, but now we're not. And we're probably not going to do them for a while.
Yeah, if ever again.
Despite being my favorite thing to do, they're hilarious. And I get the opportunity to bash idiot people for doing idiot behavior. But it's gotten difficult to verify the authenticity of these posts. Like there's always
it's gotten quite out of hand.
It's AI. Like there's always been like a bunch of weird creeps that just make shit up to post because I don't know, their life is sad but in a boring their fault kind of way, I guess. But like these days it's like all AI, and it's getting harder to kind of catch which ones are which. Brittany's really good at spotting them. Like they frequently use like key phrases and overuse like quotations and shit. I could clock one like 1 out of 3 times, but it's become a process that takes time and effort for something that's supposed to be lazy, low effort content. Yeah,
you said time and effort, and that is kind of the exact opposite of what this is.
This is on another note. I wish nothing but suffering to people who fucking use AI for making up Reddit stories. You couldn't even bother to write your own thing. You had ChatGPT do it for you.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. That's like a next... Speaking of time and effort, that's a next level of laziness.
Your mother cut the crust off your sandwiches too, you little bitch? And for fucking Reddit upvotes? Is that your retirement plan? Anyway, we're doing dumb questions today.
Speaking of dumb questions, is that your retirement plan?
Because the nice thing about with the no stupid questions is that you can't really AI it. Like you could what your Google, like you're asking Google to ask you a stupid question and then you're posting that on Reddit. Sure, man, that's something.
That sounds wild.
Rachel.
Yeah.
Why do black people give their children such unique names? Starting off kind of spicy.
I plead the fifth.
I have, no real experience in this, as you don't either. But I did see this, and I did have to say, white people give their children fucking weird fucking names all the time.
Fucking weird names.
So
especially We're like in the season of I'm going to take a perfectly normal name and make it pronounced weird and spelled weird.
Oh, yeah, like Caden with a fucking apostrophe somewhere in there.
Yeah.
A lot of Bradens. A lot of Cadens and Bradens. But I was talking more like in my year, there was somebody named Faith. There was somebody named Hope. There was somebody named River. There's River Phoenix, too. That's a famous one. It's just, there's somebody named Rain.
Know a kid named Sequoia. Yeah, it's a lot of like earth things.
Yeah, so you can't
Apple,
really...
that was a thing.
I mean, faith and hope are like definitely like religious things. Grace is one,
but
too.
They feel like hippie. Yeah, that's a religious one.
But like, it's just like, how could we sit there and be like, I'm going to name my child Faith for her because Christianity and stuff. Hey, how come that black person over there is naming their child Rashonda? That's weird, right? Shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway, thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
It's that whole people in glass houses shouldn't throw fucking rocks at other people's houses shit. Whatever that proverb is. I don't remember it.
Agreed.
But you get the gist of what I'm saying. Because what? There's so many fucking... Also, there's so many names in this world that are just... They're just fucking different, man. Everybody does it. It's fine.
Yeah, fucking sit there and judge more about Shaniqua while you name your kid Xander.
Hey, Gamage.
Yeah.
This felt appropriate to follow that question. Sure. Are only white people attacked by bears?
Kind of. And I remember watching a Tosh stand-up special where he said... This is the first time I heard about this phenomenon, but he was talking about how, like, he has a fix for the whole, like, racism cop thing, but we're not going to like it. And his joke is basically only black people should be police officers. And then he's just like, now hold on, white people should be all firefighters because we're more outdoorsy. And it's like a dumb little pseudo-racist joke, but I was thinking, like, white people love to be outside a lot. It's kind of true. Like, any chance we get to fucking go camping, and you know somebody adjacent to you who's like the least survival capable person you've ever met in your life. That person loves to camp. Isn't that weird?
Yes, it is. Also, usually with so much confidence.
Yeah, you meet somebody and you're like, you have no upper body strength, like you have glasses, you have an inhaler, but you're gonna go camping for the weekend. All right, man. Yes, white people are getting attacked by bears exponentially more than every other race.
Also, not to take this out of the joking realm, I was like in a conversation with people and it was like what is it? Justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion sort of a space that we were having this conversation.
Hold on. Can you repeat that?
Justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion. It spells Jedi.
That's stupid. That's fucking dumb.
It's not stupid. It's the words
incredibly
for like,
stupid.
Hey, treat people with fucking equality, because the problem is, should be common sense. It isn't. Anyway, it was brought to my attention that there's a reason that a lot of black people don't do outdoor sports and things, whereas white people do them a lot. And it's because they don't feel fucking comfortable being outside in a setting in which, like, they could run into people randomly, like, out and about in the, I don't know, far away from society, I guess.
Yeah.
Obviously not true for everybody, but I was like, I've never thought about that.
Yeah,
that makes sense, though.
I'm guessing that whole, like, would you rather see a man or a bear in the woods? Like,
yeah.
Everybody getting mad at that? All white dudes. All white dudes up and down.
Yeah.
Because I don't think anybody else cares. Or, like, if I'm in the middle of the woods, I'd rather see a bear than just a random white guy.
Yeah. I would rather see a bear than a middle-aged white man. Hard pass.
They changed it to P. Ditty, and people... answer differently. Diddy. Okay. They changed it to P. Diddy. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about now, fact checker. They changed it to, would you rather see a bear in the woods or P. Diddy? And then that some people came around. They're like, all right, it's the
They're like,
context.
I get it now.
The context is because it's not. It's
Men
not
understood suddenly.
It's
says
not
fact
you
checker.
specifically, the man.
Yes, it's not.
It is a dice roll of billions of men that could be the worst case scenario or the best case scenario or a bear.
Yeah.
I can't believe we're still talking about this.
The bear, I know what it's going to do. The man could go either way. Don't know. Rather take the bear. I know what it's going to do.
Hey, Rachel.
Yeah.
How is half of 10 5?
Because numbers were decided to be named that way.
Let me read this
You
one.
ever conceptualize
Sorry.
You ever conceptualize the fact that like there are different numbering systems in other countries?
What do you mean?
Like the way that people count is different. I don't even know how to explain this. Because obviously, so in some places there are different numbers, as in it's not the shape of a 1, a 2, a 3, even though math is fairly universal.
I mean,
most people.
That's the part that always it gets me is that like this is 1, it is singular. This is this. Take that away, it is now 0, null. It's void. There's nothing here.
Yeah.
And then
math.
If you get 2 in there, that's 2. That's 1 and 1. That's 2.
Math
so I don't
to
understand
some degree
how.
is like a fairly universal language, but I just mean like some places there are different shapes for numbers, but then also there are like different ways to count things, like the way that different countries tally stuff is vastly different, and there's like a whole system to it.
Yeah, like I understand that there's especially growing up and you see the way that teachers teach how to do math equations, and every like couple years it's a drastically different system where like last I saw it was like you draw diagonal lines and you put dots down and that's the timetable, and I'm like, that's stupid.
The fuck? Yeah.
But then I realized for the longest time that I wasn't doing math. I was just memorizing the answers.
I wasn't doing
like
math.
8 times 5 is 40, but like it's not because I laid out 5, 8, and then counted them. It's because I'm like, I read that it was 40, so I remembered that.
Yes.
Bam.
I wasn't
Boom,
doing
bam, boom.
I wasn't doing math. I was doing meth. It was in the wrong class.
Yeah.
For years.
But I do feel like there's certain groupings of numbers. Like I feel like oftentimes we obsess over like 5 and 3. I've talked about this one before, where it's people use like the 3, 2, 1 or 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
I think it should just be 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's
why?
quick.
What?
It's precise. Because I feel like the timing is like better because it's 1, 2. Like it's. Like when you're like peeling off a Band-Aid or something and you're like, oh, better count to 3, like 1, 2, 3 to psych you up. Just 1, 2.
I mean, that's when most people do it. Is it'd be like, all right, I'm going to count to 3, and then they'll just pull that shit on 2.
Yeah, on 1,
which
actually.
sort of
is the best
feeds
time to
into
do
your
it.
point, but.
Well, I was talking about like in general, like instead of doing 1, 2, 3, we should just do 1, 2. Because I feel like it's just like a quick like hup ho. I don't have to explain myself to you, Rachel. Fucking shut up, bitch.
Okay. What if I just didn't talk for the rest of it?
Sure. But I mean, half of 10 is 5 because if you put your hands out with your fingers, that's 10 fingers, and then take one hand down, that's 5.
Yeah, it kind of tracks.
This is no stupid questions though. So like, it is definitely like OP putting themselves in a moment of vulnerability to be like, I don't understand this facet. Here, let me just read it. I have dyscalculia, and I've always wondered this question, but I've always felt too embarrassed to actually ask someone to explain it to me because I know it sounds stupid, but the math isn't mathing in my brain. That's fair. This is the right place. Maybe not on this show. We're a little judgy.
A little?
The reason why I'm confused is because in my brain, I'm wondering why there's no actual middle number between 1 and 10. Because each side of the halves is 10 even. I get how it makes 10, but that's not where I'm confused. Here's a visual of how my brain works and why I'm confused with this question. One half is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and the other half is 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. If 5 is half, then why is it not even on both sides? Before 5, there's only 4 numbers, 1, 2, 3, and 4. But on the other side of 5, there's 5 numbers, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10.
If you cut something in half, there is no middle thing. What?
Yeah, I honestly, I think to fix this in his brain, he just needs to add a 0.
Yeah, okay. Yes.
But what he's talking about is like is that makes sense for odd numbers. Like if you cut 7 in half, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But the 4 being the middle number, that's the middle number. Middle number does not mean half. We're now a math podcast. We are going to explain numbers and quadratic functions and PEMDAS and dick sucking and hieroglyphics.
Yep.
Let me get specific.
Oh my God. Actually, you know what? Speaking of math, one time I took a math class where we did math.
Don't fucking lie on the show, Rachel. We've been over this.
Egyptian hieroglyphics. I'm not even fucking kidding you. It was, and they were like, you need this to get your associate's degree. And I was like, that's the most fucking insane thing I've ever heard in my life. Yes. It's like, that is objectively fucking wild. But all right.
How?
Somewhere I have notes because I was like, I'm going to frame this.
Like scales plus man with a bucket equals bird flying.
Yeah, no, I'm not even kidding. like, yes, exactly. It was like, here's this bird, and then there's this shape, and that's 4. Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, let me go do my taxes with this. Thank you.
Fact checker does say they lie so much about what you need in school. I agree. Cursive, never needed it.
No, the only time I use it is when I sign my name.
And even then, you could put down whatever the fuck you want. I used to write my signature with just a ball and a shaft.
I imagine you mean like a dick, but I'm just picturing you drawing a circle and a line.
It's a basketball in an elevator shaft. I said what I said. I meant what I meant. Fact checker's right, though. Teach me mortgages and health car insurance, not this bullshit. I agree.
Yeah,
why do we need to learn Egyptian math?
It doesn't. I don't know. It was wild.
Anyway. Stupid.
Is it my turn?
Yes, I did the 5-10 one.
Okay. Gamage, I had to poop earlier. Where did it go?
Well, it depends on where you pooped. I don't know where you pooped.
That was exactly my point, and then I read it, and they go, the title says it all. No, it does not. But let's go on.
No, it doesn't.
I had to poop insanely bad.
If I have follow-up questions, the title does not say it all.
No, it does not. Objectively, false. But the title says it all, supposedly. I had to poop insanely bad yesterday while at work. Didn't really get to go to the bathroom, and the poop just kind of disappeared. It's been a day now, and I've yet to take a shit. Where did it go?
It's still there, bro.
Yeah, it's still up inside you. I know that's shocking.
Congrats on your constipation, I guess. You held it in too long, so your body's like, guess we don't need this. It sucks, too, because, fun fact, you could be constipated for a long time. You could still get diarrhea around your constipation.
That's fucking crazy. It makes sense, but that's upsetting.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like that.
You asked it.
I know.
You brought this to the council.
I did. And I'm glad I did.
Yeah, you can get solid poop around it too. Constipation, the definition of constipation is like you can still like get small poops out. It's basically if you're not pooping for more than 24 hours-ish.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I live my life on constipation.
Okay. Pencil thin?
Yes.
Is the medical term for what? When you shit around your shit?
For my penis. Is the medical term for my... Fact checker is about to get into something else.
Oh, shit. Who
That
is
was
that?
that. I didn't know that penises could be pencil thin. Like
That's crazy.
I've seen them where they're like,
Short.
I don't know, you have your genitals and you're like, this is how genitals look. And then, you see porn and you're like, all right, so
Whoa.
genitals,
All
look
right,
like
they
that
vary.
too.
There's some difference here.
Well, yeah, sure. But then like you might actually meet somebody who has drastically different genitalia than the ones you see in porn and yourself. And you're like, what's the scale here?
Pencil thin is the scale. That's one end of the scale.
Homeboy told everybody he had a big dick too. And it's like, not quite, man.
I don't know about that.
I mean, his girlfriend like agreed too, but like, I'm not getting into it.
She only used those
penis sizes don't matter generally.
She only used those mini golf pencils. That's why she thought it was big.
Yeah, she played a lot of Clue when she was a kid.
Yeah, exactly.
Ooh, this one's fun.
Okay.
Why was 18 chosen as the age to become an adult?
Because fucking arbitrary numbers. Who the fuck knows?
I know the actual answer. Like, I didn't
really?
need to read the comments. Yeah.
What is it?
It's because it's not. It was 21. That's why everything is legalized when you're 21. They changed it to 18 when war started happening to get more fucking bodies out there.
Nice. Quality. Sounds like America.
Yeah.
Yes, it is mostly just in the States that you're considered an adult at 18.
Yeah, but 18 is like, it's a weird number. It's 18. It's not like, we were just talking about the importance of numbers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And like how we fixate on like 5s and 10s, but 18's a weird one.
Yeah, they're like 15 plus 3, sure.
It's 9 times 2, I guess. It's weird.
Yeah, and I feel like it's been normalized by the fact that it is used this way, but it is fucking weird to be like, yep, this is it. Didn't want to go with 20. Also, 21's a weird one to go with.
Yeah, like 24 makes more sense, but whatever.
Does it?
Oh, Jesus. I feel really nauseous all of a sudden.
Is it because I just asked you another math question?
Yes.
That tracks.
But I was saying 24 makes sense because like 12 is kind of the best number. 12 is double 6, and 6 is the sides of a hexagon, and hexagon is bestagon. Everybody knows that.
I once got into an argument about hexagon is the bestagon with somebody, and they tried to vehemently argue that the triangle was the strongest shape. And I was like, I don't think that's true.
No, stack a triangle on top of another triangle. What
how's
happens?
It gonna go?
It falls.
It's not.
Hexagons fucking just match up perfectly, and they could go infinitely. Have you ever seen a beehive? That.
Yeah.
Now imagine a beehive with triangles. That shit fucking collapses instantly.
Also, they use a lot of hexagons in engineering.
Yeah, because hexagon is bestagon. Like, nature's doing it. Why would we not try that too?
Exactly. With the fervor that Gamage said, that. Hey, Gamage.
Yeah.
What's the purpose of having spicy heat receptors in our buttholes?
I read this one and I chose not to favorite it because I knew you were going to bring it up. Because like, there's a lot of no stupid questions that were like posted like within this last week, and I'm like, I want to go deeper because Rachel's just going to touch on all these.
This one's from 17 days ago. Fuck you.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Is you went best by the month or in the last week, like last week.
Yeah,
and
well,
then
that's
just
because
got
what we
them that
normally
way.
do, so that we don't cross over into.
I went
shit we've
deep.
already read
I went
before.
to like
Oh.
I went to years ago.
Oh, okay. Fuck yeah. Nice.
But we have those basically. It's pain receptors. Have you ever had the fucking spicy shits?
Yes. No. But isn't it the what's the chemical?
Capsaicin?
Yeah, is that what it is?
The spicy chemical in peppers? Yeah.
Yeah, is it just that we can feel that in our butts?
Yeah, probably.
It's like a pain. It's causing
we can feel
pain.
that. Yeah, we can feel that all up and down our bodies, and like most animals can't, and we're just fucking can. So we could taste it, we could feel it in our tum-tums, we could feel it in our intestines, and we feel it coming out. It's all the way through.
Yeah. Well,
Sometimes we don't feel it in our tum-tums because of the mucus lining of the stomach.
I like the way you said that. The mucus lining.
The mucus lining.
Mucus.
Rachel, why all the hate for people who have lost weight with the help of Ozempic?
You know, because everybody just be jealous.
I favorited this question. I don't really know why. I'm not on Ozempic. I don't know anybody on Ozempic. Oh no, somebody in Brittany's family was on Ozempic, losing a lot of weight.
You know, I was going to say you do know somebody on Ozempic, and here's how you know. You just start having really aggressively negative feelings towards that person very suddenly. Perhaps for no reason, but it's because of the Ozempic.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Oh,
Told
really?
you. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
I just got the you get randomly negative effects on this person, and I'm like, that's got to be you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, it's like a hormone thing. It's when you start taking Ozempic, you start releasing this like chemical smell that causes certain most people it's kind of like, yeah, some people can taste like soap with cilantro. It's like if you made that 90% of the population, that's sort of what Ozempic is. It's like 90% of the population suddenly is going to kind of hate you, and we're not.
Bitch, I can't smell you. What the fuck are you talking about?
It's immensely powerful. And
like the fact is that
computers.
you only exist to me in voice and on paper, and I hate both of those.
Well, Ozempic makes you sound negative also.
Are you actually on Ozempic?
No, what?
Oh, I didn't fucking think so, but I'm like, oh wow, good for you, I
This
guess.
is called sarcasm.
I'm like,
or
why? But then I'm also like,
satire.
why would Rachel be on Ozempic? Like, you're not diabetic as far as I know. That's mostly the reason to use it, right?
I literally have no idea what people use Ozempic for.
I know that celebrities are using it to lose weight and everybody's doing it. And I mean, I don't care. If you want to, look, dude, if you want to take heroin to lose weight, do it. Just don't steal my shit.
Just don't cry to me about it when you're addicted to heroin after.
Yeah, I want to change my stance. Look, if you want to take a legal drug, I'm not going to shame you for dumb bullshit.
If you want to take an illegal drug, I'm probably still not going to shame you.
Yeah, people take worse for less.
Exactly.
I don't think anybody's taking heroin to lose weight.
This is an exceptional segue. So, I have also thought this, so I'm glad I ran into this. If I say take flour to an airport in my suitcase, and I hide it in the same way drug traffickers try to do the transporting of drugs, you know, like in false bottoms and all that good stuff, and the police find the flour and realize it is flour and not drugs, can they arrest me for that joke?
Technically, yes.
On what grounds?
Police can arrest you for any fucking reason if they want to be petty. Like, they'll spout some bullshit of, like, resisting arrest or interfering with the police investigation.
Oh, you're right.
They'll say whatever the fuck they want. They don't care.
Yeah, they can arrest you for fucking anything, and they just don't have to convict you for it.
Yeah, like, if you're rich and white enough, then sure, you'll get away scot-free. You could do whatever the fuck you want. You could piss at them, whatever. But if you're not both of those things, rich and white, then no, you cannot get away with anything with the police ever, period.
Yeah, valid. Damn.
Sorry.
I think I honestly, one day I was walking Bori and I passed a police car that was parked on my street, but the police officer left the keys in the car and the car on. And I texted my friend Tyler and was like, am I wide enough to get away with just moving this like 3 more spots down the street? I was like,
the
I
answer
think I
is
am.
no.
But how would they know if he didn't come out?
Look at Florida. All right, nobody.
Look at Florida.
Nobody judges you by this color of your skin in Florida.
A worst case zone to judge this off of.
Was that an actual question?
Yes, that was an actual question.
Head muddled.
Yeah, it's your turn.
Okay, good. This one's kind of relevant to the situation you and I are both in.
Okay.
If you were in the middle of a forest fire, stranded, all you had was a shovel, could you theoretically dig deep enough to save you from the heat?
I think yes, but I'm pretty sure you'd fucking suffocate.
Exactly.
So
That was my first thing. Is like fire needs food and oxygen. It's just like a person. It breathes, it grows, it eats, it shits. Ash is like shit.
yeah.
Shut up. But
No,
anyway,
you're on a good metaphor. You're good.
But yeah, it sucks up. It creates a vacuum. It sucks all the oxygen. So if you're digging down, like you're just gonna suffocate.
Yeah, you're just digging your own grave. So like, yeah, you're not gonna heat up to death. You'll just stop breathing at some point.
Right. Most of the time, you don't die from the heat. You die from the fucking smoke inhalation.
Yeah. Or you pass out from it before you die from being fucking burned alive.
Yeah, burning alive is like the worst thing. Like I've seen the really bad gore videos of people basically like in a chemical fire where like the chemical stuck on you.
Ugh.
And like it's terrible to look at. It's because those people, they're not dying from the inhalation. They're basically slowly dying from organ failure and infection and shock.
Fucking pain and yeah, that sounds fucking terrible.
Yeah.
Ugh. So theoretically, yes. To answer your question, yep.
It would save you from the heat.
Yeah. It would.
Thumbs up. Technically, yes.
12 out of 10. Yes. You'd be fine. Sort of. Hey, Gamage.
Yeah.
What are you supposed to do with a miscarriage?
I saw this one when I was looking for them, and again, I thought it was a little too soon. I didn't want to pull it because I figured you'd pull it, and I'm thankful you did.
Also, I need to read the details because I didn't read these when I saved this because I just really liked the question. After seeing that a woman was arrested for having a miscarriage and disposing of it in the trash.
I was going to bring that up because that
is there
that
a
is a very
protocol?
specific. Yeah. So
that's fucking insane.
We're in a wild time, okay? Because yes, this woman did have a miscarriage and she did just dump it in the trash, and basically she was arrested for it because our country's not having a good time with people not just birthing all the time. That's an issue in itself. But we're also like trying to like ban this abortion thing, and then people are like sneaking around having abortions behind their backs because that's what we do. But the way I see it is these people are like, well, if you're having a miscarriage, we're going to blame you for an abortion because that's like the same thing. So in this person's perspective, normally what you're supposed to do is you have a miscarriage, you go to the hospital, they take care of it. They have a whole medical waste fucking bin. They just Jordan it in there. But sorry,
so she
Kobe
just put
for you
it.
kids.
She just put it in the wrong dumpster.
Yeah.
Maybe they Shaquille O'Neal it. Can you imagine your doctor just jumping multiple feet in the air to slam dunk?
What's your basketball era here? Like Scottie Pippen it in. But from her perspective, she's like, I can't just go to the hospital because I think she lives in one of the states where like they criminalize you for fucking having an abortion. Like if she went, they would have been like, why did this miscarriage happen? Do you have anything medically happen? Like, or did you just drink too much coffee and smoke too many cigarettes? We think you're trying to have an abortion. You're going to get arrested because abortion is illegal. And it's stupid. I don't know where I was going with that.
Sorry, I'm intrigued. I'm just yawning.
Oh, am I fucking boring you?
Yeah, usually.
I will shut this whole bitch down and go play Assassin's Creed or sell weed. I don't know.
I have so many fucking things that I need to Google about miscarriages now.
Like what? Like what?
I'm just like reading the comments.
It's
just crazy. Well, the comments in addition to your commentary that you've been going off on is just like fucking insane.
Not me personally, but I have been involved in several situations that resulted in abortion and or miscarriage.
Okay, got it.
So like I haven't had the miscarriage myself, unless it was like Arby's. That's a different thing altogether though. But I have been with somebody that had an abortion several times, and it fucking sucks.
Yeah. I mean, it's already like one of those things that people don't talk about enough because it's pretty common for women to have miscarriages and nobody fucking really talks about it at all. And apparently now it's also like best case scenario, you're by yourself. Worst case, you're in trouble because you pseudo-aborted your baby somehow.
I mean, it also
The
depends
fuck?
on how far along you work, because a lot of the times you just flush it like a
Yeah.
really heavy period.
That was the first comment, was like before 20 weeks, women are usually advised to just flush the remains. After 20 weeks, it's considered stillborn, and in theory, hospitals would handle disposal.
Yeah, but they
That's
still fucking call you
crazy.
a baby murderer and then put your face on Facebook and
Well, that's
arrest
because I murdered
you
babies,
and,
Gamage. It has nothing to do with the
and
miscarriages.
hit your dog.
Ugh, why'd you have to bring the dog into it?
Oh, I'm sorry. Was that a bummer? But abortions were fine.
Yeah. Abortions are fair game.
Abortions
Hitting
are
dogs?
fair game, yeah.
No.
Look, I'm not pro-choice. I am pro-abortion. I feel like everybody needs to have one at least once just to see how it is.
Everybody just get an abortion once. You just gotta, you just gotta experience it one time. It's like trying new food.
Yeah, just
Gotta
one
do
time.
it once.
Just all right. Is it my question or yours?
It's yours.
I didn't know, like, there. It felt like a choose your own adventure where I'm like, I could say this, or this, and I'm like,
And all are
of
bad.
all of those are not good. I
Yeah.
can't.
All of this is not fine. Let's move on.
Yeah.
I could hear it happening on the other end.
Rachel, who the fuck is keeping Hooters in business?
That is a great fucking question. And I don't know. Cause like I've been to a Hooters. The food sucks.
Yeah. Like, honestly, like the fucking skimpy outfits are like
They're
the
just
only
okay.
reason. But then at that point, I don't know, go to a strip club.
Yeah,
Watch
well, and
internet videos.
that's my thing. I just can't imagine. I used to know a guy that went to Hooters a lot, which this is gonna sound weird. When I was a kid, I don't mean that in a weird way.
It came out weird.
But it was like my friend's dad would be like, "You guys want to go to Hooters for lunch?" To the young
That's what it is.
boys
That's
that
what
I
it
was
is.
friends
That's what
with,
it is.
and
what
that's
it
like
is.
that's like gotta exclusively be the clientele at a Hooters, is a dad who can't take his kid to the strip club yet.
Yes, that is fucking exactly what it is. You hit the nail on the head.
Which is just so strange.
Fact checker says I've only been once and it was like 12 or 13.
Oh my god. Fuck. I actually went to a Hooters and I enjoyed my experience there. It was a Hooters in Thailand. And I
It's
rode
funny
a bull
because-
at that bar.
It's funny because like when Brittany and I were in Japan for our honeymoon, we did see a Hooters and we were like, should we check it out? But then I realized it's probably the most boring Hooters in the world.
Very possible.
It's just that Japan is like on one side the kinkiest like culture ever, but on the other
They're very
side
kinky
also
behind
the most
closed doors.
yeah, the most prudent culture.
Yeah, you're not
at the
going to go
same
to a
time.
restaurant and see anything exciting. You're going to go in the weird back room of the restaurant and see something exciting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But also, I know that a lot of Hooters are filing for bankruptcy just because, like, millennials and Gen Z are killing the business because that's what we do. But look, we're at a point financially where we have to pick and choose where we go out to eat or enjoy, and Hooters is like fucking batting low average in all the categories. So why would I spend money there?
Yeah, I was. There's this other place called the Tilted Kilt that was essentially the same concept as a Hooters, where it
But
was
with kilts?
kind of. So it was pretty ladies wearing very short skirts that were like
they're skirts and not kilts.
pleated kilt. It's like that same material. And then they'd wear white button up shirts that were open too low. But they had really good fucking food. It was just like Irish pub food. It fucking slapped.
Did they?
Yeah, schoolgirl outfits, basically. Essentially,
yes. I have hard time questioning this without sounding
I have hard time
questioning this without sounding like a creep, but like, are they wearing underwear under there? Because like the whole thing with kilts is that you're supposed to be free balling it. Or free hole in it if you're a woman, I guess.
Free hole in it?
I don't know.
Really changes frijoles in Spanish for me.
Frijoles?
Beans? No. Are you free hole in it? I never checked, so I can't answer your question about the frijoles.
You didn't get like an oil change? I'm sorry. That's terrible. I don't know why I said that.
How did Gamage get canceled? He told me to oil check someone's frijoles.
No, like the whole oil change thing is supposed to be where you get your pee out and then put different pee inside of you.
What?
It's a Blue Mountain State thing.
Oh, I was thinking oil check, not oil change.
Well, I did say oil change, but like I think I meant oil check, but then I went to Blue Mountain State is where my mind went to.
I think Blue
All
Mountain
of it's
State
bad.
Is so funny.
It is
such a terrible way.
It is simultaneously so funny, and also like every time I think about rewatching it, I'm like, none of that shit flies anymore.
No, absolutely not. I remember watching it for the first time and it barely flew then.
But like the guy that plays Thad Castle, Alan Ritchson, is like one of the best actors of our time. Have you seen Reacher?
No, but I've seen parts of it, and I have endlessly heard people talk about how good.
Yeah,
he
I'm
is
sure
in
you've seen. I'm sure you've seen clips of it and all that. But it's crazy because like he's Reacher in it. But like it's crazy that you look at Thad Castle and you think, I don't know how you could get any buffer, but he does it.
Yeah, I didn't fucking understand. Honestly, that's part of why I didn't watch it, is because I was like, I don't feel like I should support this. He's just gonna keep growing larger until he's like Thanos-sized buff.
He voiced the red. He voiced Raphael in like the not the newest live action, but the one before that. I don't know. There's so many Ninja Turtles now.
Oh, I didn't know he was a Ninja Turtle.
Yeah, he was Raphael, which makes sense. He was also Aquaman at one point.
Was he?
Yeah, he was also
in fucking
Hawk.
What?
He was Aquaman in the Smallville show.
There's no way. I feel like he wasn't old enough to be in Smallville.
I disagree. He was like, okay, Aqualad maybe. I don't fucking know.
Yeah, I was like, Aqua Child?
He was Hawk, a part of Hawk and Dove in the Teen Titans live action series.
Ooh.
I thought he was really good as Hawk.
I actually quite enjoyed the Teen Titans live action.
I did too. I don't know what people's problem was. I mean, I thought it sucked at the same time.
Yeah, but like lots of superhero shit kind of sucks, but it was kind of good, you know?
I feel like a lot of the problem is that people, because when I grew up, Teen Titans wasn't talked about or looked at or even liked. It's just like, okay, Junior Justice League. But then like the Cartoon Network Teen Titans show came out, and it was so fire. Like everybody loved it. I loved it. I'm like a cartoon led by Robin from Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
And it's really good.
Yes.
And I feel like, because I'm in this category too, I feel like that became your canon Teen Titans in your head. And then everything else that you see with Teen Titans is like, that's stupid. That doesn't make sense. But I was able to break, like, Young Justice is really good. And I did like the live action, but like that classic Teen Titans cartoon in the early noughts was so good that it's hard to break away from it.
Well, and that's the thing, is nothing is ever going to be good as that version of Teen Titans. So I don't really have the expectation that it is.
Especially
but
Teen
I thought
Titans Go.
The live action Teen Titans, Teen Titans Go can die in a fucking... You know what? It can die in the hole that's in the middle of the fire. We can dig a hole there and it can live there. safely away from the heat.
Thank you, fact checker. He was Aquaman in Smallville.
Oh, fuck.
I saw some people trying to
old
defend the
was he?
Teen Titans Go show where they're like, it's ridiculous, and if you accept that it's ridiculous, it's fine. But then I saw a clip of like all the Teen Titans wearing diapers, and they're trying not to pee themselves, like it's a dare or something.
Yeah, and I can't. No. Just no.
Yeah, man.
They disgrace the name of Teen Titans.
Yeah,
and
like
I
how
just
can
cannot.
you see that and then see the live action and not think to yourself, well, that's just better.
Yeah. Yeah. Just fuck you. If you like Teen Titans Go and you don't like the live action, I have a lot of questions.
I will admit, I will admit the only thing I didn't like about the live action Teen Titans is I didn't like Raven very well. I felt like Raven's a very specific type of like kind of gothic, apathetic, but they kind of made her a little too emotional, too, I don't know, angsty. Which is weird because Raven is an angsty character, but it felt too angsty, like too over the top.
Yeah, she's a very particular type of angsty, I feel like.
I really liked Starfire, though. Like, I felt like Starfire was well done.
Man, this makes me want to go watch it because I never finished it.
You know what? Since you've already watched it, go ahead and watch the Marvel Runaways instead. You'll enjoy that.
Yeah, I heard that was pretty good, too.
I loved it. It's one of my favorites, but, like, also Cloak and Dagger.
Doom Patrol?
Yeah.
That was pretty, that was good to show. I like that.
I didn't watch all of it. Like, there's more of it now, and...
Yeah, I haven't finished it. I think I watched, like, the first 2 seasons.
I like how this episode was, like, a couple of no stupid questions from Reddit surrounded by TV shows.
Yes. Speaking of no stupid questions, do you want one more? One more?
One more. You do one more, yeah.
Okay. Could you get away with public nudity if you are so overweight that your belly fat fully covered your genitals?
I'm going to say yes.
I feel
simply
like, yeah.
Because if it's so bad that like people can't really tell, then no one's gonna
say anything.
Yeah, nobody's gonna say anything. But also like, because Boogie didn't. Oh yeah, Boogie did try that.
What?
That was his argument. Well, no, I feel like I don't think Boogie's that overweight anymore. We're talking like fucking
you
600-pound life
fully
bullshit.
Covered. Yes.
Because I feel like at some weight point, people are going to be like, well, I don't want to ask if he's wearing a bathing suit. And then he shows that he has a bathing suit. And now
it's
I'm
weird.
A piece of shit. And it's weird.
Yeah, because like I feel like there's a point where you could be wearing a Speedo and I just don't fucking know.
Because you decided fucking walrus floss is a good idea today.
I really like the caveat in this of the description of their question, and one of the things says, if showing ass was illegal, could wearing a cape work? Could you be a fat naked superhero? I support it. Be a fat naked superhero.
That's weird. But yeah, Boogie, I forget, it's like Boogie492 or some shit. He's a famous streamer that really sucks. He got famous being that Francis, that like angry fat kid who just yells a lot.
Okay. Which
is just a character, but it turns out that he was like he was kind of wholesome for a while, where he's just like, I'm a big fat guy and I'm depressed, but I'm getting better now. I'm streaming and everything's going good. And then he just kind of turned. It got weird. He was like, he faked cancer or some shit.
Oh,
I don't want to get into it because it's not my story and this is not the episode for that, but like he's gone.
Speaking of TV shows, I also started a documentary that's about a girl faking getting like several different iterations of cancer and stealing money from a mega church for
which one?
Chemotherapy. Which mega church?
No, I don't. I clearly don't care about that.
Which cancer?
Actually, I would like to know which mega church because I want to roll my dice with it too.
I'll send you the documentary.
It's okay to steal from a church. It's okay. That's not getting taxed, therefore it's not really money.
Well, yeah, but when you're stealing from the people that go to the church, you start hitting that moral gray area.
But you're
If it
not
was
stealing
just
from
the
them.
church,
You're
sure.
not stealing from them. People are giving money into the church, and then you're stealing from that.
You're secondhand stealing from the church. It's fine. There's a middleman. The church is stealing from them, and then you are stealing from the church. So it's kind of like
Theft
Robin
by
Hood.
proxy.
Yeah. I like that. Theft by proxy.
All right, let's wrap this up with music.
Yeah.
I enjoyed Len Blake.
Oh, good. I'm glad.
Yeah. Now I'm subscribed to YouTube Music. She only has 2 songs on there, unfortunately.
Yeah, she pretty small. I think she maybe only has like 5 on Spotify.
Yeah.
It's not a lot.
But she had the Le Petit Petilia or whatever the one was. I didn't, that one was okay. I appreciated it, but like that sounds very 2010s, and I'm down with that shit.
Yes. Yeah, her style I feel like is just like very reminiscent.
Yeah.
When you're listening to it.
Very like early synthy electronics of the knots. What did you think of my pick from any of the weeks?
Honestly, I haven't listened to anything other than when you
aware.
recommended Lady Gaga. It's not because I don't want to. I have just been so busy that the idea of like actually, when you like want to actually do something and like hone in on it and absorb it, I'm incapable of doing that with almost fucking anything right now.
Well, you probably just need to change your meds. What ADHD meds are you on?
Honestly, I recently met somebody who actually takes meds for ADHD, and I'm like, maybe I should do that.
I should.
I wonder
take
how productive I'd fucking be.
Yeah, because like there's different types of like treatments, and stimulants is the big one, like the Ritalin, the amphetamines that like work and make you productive and stuff. I'm not on those because the doctor said that like legally we'd have to meet like once a month, and that sounded exhausting to me.
You're like, that's a bit much.
I'm like,
I'll suffer.
what's the like least fucking effort? And it's the antidepressant bupropion, and that's just what I do. And there's some days where I'm like, I'm pretty sure this isn't doing shit, but whatever.
But
It's not doing bad things, so.
Do you ever have times where you skip it though, and you're like, whoa?
No, I don't.
Oh.
I'm pretty on it.
Maybe they're just giving you sugar pills. They're like, this fucking stupid asshole thinks he has ADHD. Just give him some sugar pills.
Well, no, because
he's just dumb.
I haven't been a moment where I wasn't taking it. So how would I know?
All right, fair enough. I don't know.
Anyway, number 13 on the rabbit list is Destroy Boys. Destroy Boys is a modern American punk rock band. I want to describe their sound as like Riot Girl, but they really don't like being labeled in that genre. Just simply because they have a female lead singer. Riot Girl's a whole movement. It's punk rock, like it's usually the whole band is female, and it's like very feminist.
Okay, I gotcha.
Female empowering, anti-patriarchy, and they're like kind of not. But they do have a name, but they are named Destroy Boys, so like, it's mixed signals.
Where the Venn diagram, there's some crossover.
Yeah. I heard their music and I'm like, ooh, it's very Bikini Kill. And on their Wikipedia, it specifically says that they're compared to Bikini Kill, but they deny those claims, saying that they enjoy the Riot Girl genre, but they aren't. That's not what they are. Like they're more.
I don't think you can decide that you're not in a genre. If I'm like, you sound like this to me, you can't just be like, no.
Literally the next line that I wrote down, because I have like little keynotes of like, I want to talk about this, I want to talk about that, because my mind is a fucking cat nest. But my next note down does say a band decides their genre after all.
Do they?
Yeah, because I remember Korn. Korn says that they aren't metal, and my ears hear them and go, that heavy rock like metal. But Korn says we're not metal, and music snobs say, well, that's not metal. So maybe I'm wrong.
I guess.
I mean, if you make music and you're like, I deny this genre, I am this genre, then I don't know, man. Genres are stupid anyway. Genres I've been over this. Genres are made to originally find that niche sound, but they are now officially just to divide people.
Yeah, they're shitty blankets because so many people cross through genres that it like means nothing.
Yeah, break down those barriers, listen to everything, throw spaghetti at a wall, and decide what of those spaghetti tastes good.
Throw spaghetti at a wall and lick it off. That's what we're telling you. Has nothing. I don't care about your music taste. Just throw spaghetti at a wall and lick it off.
Anyway, Destroy Boys is really good. It has a fantastic punk sound that I highly recommend.
Nothing like Riot Girl.
But there's going to be somebody out there that spouts, that's not punk, it's postmodern punk. Meh, 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 meh.
I don't care.
And I say, save it, I don't care.
Save it and suck it.
Anyway, the songs that I really enjoyed that made it onto the Gamage Rabbit list are Crybaby, I Threw Glass at My Friend's Eye and Now I'm on Probation.
I really like when you have artist recommendations that come with phenomenal song titles.
Is that song name not punk fucking rock?
Yeah, it absolutely is.
Also, Fences and Honey I'm Home are really good too, but these are the four that I always find myself circulating back to and being like, fuck yeah.
Dope.
I don't know why Destroy Boys made it onto the Gamage Rabbit list, because again, the genres on this playlist are fucking all over the place, but Destroy Boys is definitely the most punk leaning on this weird Discworld held up by elephants and turtles. What we
love about the Rabbit list is it covers all the stops pretty much.
Not a whole lot of country, if I'm really thinking about it, but a lot of folk, and folk is basically country but without a farm. It's more like a tart riding a train for the first time.
I love that description a lot.
That's folk. That's folk, right?
Yeah. No, that's it. It's perfectly accurate. That's why I loved it.
Anyway, moving on.
What I've been listening to Hope Tala this week, spelled HOPE space TALA.
I was just making fun of the name Hope too. That's
so perfect. She's
Is she a white bitch? Is she a white bitch?
I actually don't know.
You don't need to answer because I know the answer.
No, I mean she's from London, but I don't know if she's actually white.
We know.
No, hold on. Hope Tala, I've just opened her Wikipedia. Born in West London to a Jamaican black father. And a mother of Irish heritage. So,
okay.
No, she's not.
Wow,
she's not white.
That invalidated everything I said in this episode.
Well, now that Gamage is eating crow, she's.
I really
she's
enjoy that saying. I'm glad we're working to bring that back.
I've used it a lot in the last 2 weeks of my life, to the point where I kind of feel like I need to rotate in
like a Bader-Meinhof effect.
What?
Bader-Meinhof. I'll look it up later. I don't feel like explaining everything. Bader-Meinhof is a phenomenon of hearing something or seeing something and then all of a sudden it's everywhere.
Oh, yeah. Like when you buy a car and suddenly you see that car everywhere. Well, not you, because you don't have a car.
No, I don't.
But when you get a black cat, suddenly there's black cats everywhere and you don't know which one's yours.
You know, when I first heard the term eating crow, I thought it was a sexual term. What kind of... what weird cunnilingus niche is this?
Cunnilingus. I really like cunnilingus.
It's cunnilingus, but I did have a drawl on there. Cunnilingus.
Yeah, well, and it's...
I did the cunnilinguist with my girlfriend.
We were going to cunnilinguist, but there was no way.
I hate when we do that, because I do that. It's because...
it's in my brain forever.
I know, it's a weird...
It lives
Family
there
Guy has
rent-free.
stained my brain.
Yeah, permanently. Oh, fuck. Anyway. Anyway, she's it's R&B, a little bit of Latin vibes, and then, here, Wikipedia says neo soul, and I don't know what bossa nova is, but that too.
You don't know what bossa nova is?
No, bossa nova? B-O-S-S-A? Nova?
Yeah. You don't know what bossa nova is?
It's a relaxed style of samba. That makes sense. That tracks. With the Latin vibes.
Yeah.
But anyway, no, she's fabulous. And the two songs I'm going to recommend this week are Bad Love God and Phoenix. And she's got a stellar fucking voice and a pretty cool fucking style. So enjoy.
I will enjoy, and you know I will enjoy, unlike you.
Yes.
You never enjoy anything I say.
Sure,
you listen to Lady Gaga's Mayhem, but who wasn't?
It was just because I was excited about Lady Gaga.
Everybody
Actually, multiple people talked to me about that album being album of the year right after you said it, and it cracked me up.
Yeah, I know. I want to say I'm a trendsetter, but I'm not popular enough to be a trendsetter.
Which is the problem.
I'm a talent seer. I'm a talent. Yeah, talent seer.
Seer. I'm a seer of talents.
Yeah.
You should rent out a shop and put up those signs that are like the big palm reader ones, but just put seer of talents, $20. When people walk in, you just charge them $20 and you'd be like, "Yep, done."
All right, what can you do?
I saw you.
What was that? Pantomiming?
What's your thing? Yeah, you're paying me to watch you do
4
this.
4 out of 10, I think. Talent agency. Nowhere on there does it say talent agency. Why do you keep calling?
It just says seer of talents. I just watch you do whatever your talent is, and you pay me for it.
Anyway, thank you for listening to this podcast. I need to pull this cord, or I will murder myself at midnight.
Well, no, Gamage, you're pulling the cords so that your life support stops so that you die.
If you like what you heard, or pun involving this episode that Rachel does, like and comment and subscribe and hit the bell and follow us and do the thing on the podcatcher podcast that you listen to, and then also Instagram. Fact checker posts pictures of her butthole, but not on Instagram. That's the OnlyFans. And then we also have a Blue Sky because Twitter's the devil.
Also, the link to Brit's OnlyFans is in our bio.
It's in Wyoming.
On Instagram. It is also in Wyoming. Yeah, do what Gamage said on your most favoriteest podcasting place. If you want us to talk about a thing, or you want to tell us about the music, and I can't talk, so I'm just going to keep stuttering through this. Email us at whtpah@gmail.com. You can slow it down if you want me to say it slower. I don't care. Follow us on Instagram at We Have That Podcast at Home, all one word. Or follow us on whtpah on Blue Sky.
I like how you could have just let me do it, but then you're like, I'm reading the script and I have to finish the script or I will go crazy and pick my fingernails out.
Yes, I already have my thumbnail off.
It's by design. I want to thank me for the use of our theme song, Swing Beef Patty, off of the album There's a Dog Constantly Barking Outside and It Gives Me Dark Thoughts. And it's available in the basement of that one pizza restaurant. You know which one.
Is it in Wyoming?
It could be in Wyoming. I think it was New York.
Oh. All right. Interesting. Well, next week, we
look
will
up
be
Pizzagate.
tackling, and I actually opened the wheel this time, so I'm very proud of myself. But we will be tackling the illustrious and fine art of wild card, bitch. We get to do whatever the fuck we want. Suck it. Anyway, I've been off-brand Rachel.
I've been off-brand Gamage. Thank you for listening to We Have That Podcast at Home.